Melbourne and Wellington, two cities separated by 2,571 kilometres of mostly rolling seas. Two clubs separated on the Nascent League table only by goal difference. Victory and Phoenix aiming to kickstart their Liberty A-League season. The Victory returning home following a double dose of away day blues. The Phoenix returning to the shores of where they called home for the entirety of 2022. This is only the second time the two have met in this particular Trans-Tasman congregation, but there's so much more than merely parochial pride to play for at Epic Stadium this afternoon. Well, what about the cast? Let's have a look at today's lineup, starting with the home team, Melbourne Victory. The Victory make two changes to the starting 11 that push Sydney FC all the way in round two. Gemma Simon coming in ostensibly at fullback for Emily Koss, whilst Leah Privatelli has given the nod up front in place of injured Catherine Zimmerman. On the bench, Maya Markowski is selected ahead of young Matildas international Rosie Curtis. As for the Phoenix, well, they make one change from the team defeated at home by Western United last week. Young Matildas international Claudia Chico comes in for her first Liberty A-League start as Kate Taylor is ruled out through injury. This precipitates a move to centre-back for Marissa van der Meer. Amongst the substitutes are Isabel Gomez, potentially in line for a first run of 22-23, and the returning Zoe McMeekin. And it's the Phoenix, Victory get us underway. We'll attack the goal to our left in the first half. Paige Satchel. Back for Foster, and it's a first touch for Brianna Edwards. Under pressure. Managed to play it away, but it wasn't kept in by Claudia Chico. It's a difficult one for the fullback first off. Touch from Ayres. Eliadis tried to get in with the first instance, but it's the Phoenix who can bring it away, and an opportunity perhaps to break here with Robertson. Up against a brace of Victory defenders, and that's asking an awful lot. Casey Dumont. Well, she'll be hoping for a quieter afternoon this week than she got last week against Sydney FC. Kayla Morrison. Alex Chidiak. Believe it or not, she's won 100% of all her tackles this year, Alex Chidiak. Victory happy to play it around at the back. Playing through the Phoenix press and finding the ball wide. Gemma Simon trying to find the runner. Beatty Goad was the winning runner, but it was too much heat on the ball through. No real pressure on Simon when she played that pass. For the match this afternoon, of course, sees Western United play Adelaide. These teams have been a bit joint shy, and that's quality at the back for Edwards. Under pressure, somehow got herself out of it, but Beatty Goes robbed it back for Victory. Real opportunity here, swept into the penalty area, and the shot was straight at the keeper. A great chance for Melbourne Victory to open their account for the season. And it was Privatelli who got the final efforts away. And amongst the scramble, well, the chance goes begging. Positive, though, for the home side. A good work from Beatty Goad down the left flank. Goad's got it again for Victory. Chico back there to win the duel. Ball's gone out of play, though, and it will be a Melbourne Victory throw. Here's the chance again. It was Chidiak, rather, my apologies, who came in late on it. Allowed to advance a long way here, Morrison. Great ball in behind the back. It's Goad. In on goal. Beatty Goad saved by the legs of Brianna Edwards. And once again, this left-hand side is causing the Phoenix all sorts of problems. Goad again. Kellen Knight's turn to loft something into the penalty area. Well, Phoenix happy to get it away and maybe break themselves. Satchel, who's been busy so far. The run ahead for Pritchard. She gets in behind as well, and it's Casey Dumont's turn to come out and save her team. End-to-end stuff Good football from both sides and chances from both sides. And the promise of a good afternoon's entertainment. Kellen Knight again. Victory had plenty in this attack. A real opportunity once more. Ayres is in the middle waiting for the cutback. Nash has Satchel where she wants her at the moment. She'd much rather be at that end of the park, of course. Beatty Goad in here. Unorthodox perhaps from Edwards, but she keeps it out. And at the other end, well, more orthodox from Dumont. Equally as effective, of course. Chidiac upended as well. Advantage played here. Goad looking for Ayres to stretch her leg out, and she did. Bit lack the power. And Alex Chidiac will need some treatment. Melina Ayres, well, couldn't get enough power on it. The young Phoenix keeper. Only 5 players have played every minute of the 2 Phoenix matches so far, which perhaps is understandable while they've struggled to get themselves into positions where it's been the opportunities to create openings for them. This was the opening for Ayres. Hassett. As the game continues, of course, and the weather hopefully gets a bit cooler. You might see both teams looking to exploit the width a bit more. Robertson. Kellen Knight snaps into the tackle. Goad is there too. It will be a victory ball, and as we come up towards the final minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half, the Melbourne Victory are on the front foot. Chidiac. Fair bit of heat on the cross again. Privatelli will recover. Looking to retrieve something and swing it back into the area, and will win her team a corner. Might well be the last chance of the first half. Melbourne Victory corners so far this afternoon have caused 1 or 2 headaches for the Phoenix defence. Eliadis and Privatelli once again taking up position in a crowded 6-yard box. Claudia Bunger on the far post. Morrison is making her way to join her now. Goad to swing it in. Good looking ball that is, and that's a header into the far corner. The first goal of the afternoon goes the way of the Victory. Claudia Bunger up from the back. Met it. And the Victory break through. We just said that it was the corners that were causing problems, and there's a prime example. Beatty Goad's delivery was devilish, wonderfully put in there, and the header, well, it wasn't Bunge in the end. My apologies. I think it's Ayres who's got up there and nodded it home at the near post. The Victory won't care, they've scored. Made the run from out to in, and then loops it into the top corner. And the Victory, right on the stroke of half-time, have got themselves in front. And it was virtually the last touch of the half. A quality ball in from Beatty Goad. Ayres in the crowd scene, climbed highest, and nods home her first of the season. Phoenix had chances of their own, mostly on the break. Paige Satchel caused problems, but it's Melina Ayres who's the difference at the break. Half-time here at Epping Stadium. Melbourne Victory 1, Wellington Phoenix 0. Couple of changes for the Victory at the break as well. Tiffany Eliadis is off, and Alana Murphy, wearing number 8, has come on. And Ava Breedis, another young Matildas international, she's on as well for Gemma Simon. And maybe that strapping took its toll in the end. Phoenix, as you were. Mackenzie Barry the central defender, to lift it forward. Won by Goad. Barry having to go back to Edwards. Pressure is from Privatelli. And I don't think Mackenzie Barry really wanted that one back in that situation. Melina Ayres, the goal scorer, putting her on the back foot to start the second half. You wonder whether those changes, which we'll come back to in a second, as Bredis looked to swing it in, and that was a sore one. I think it was right in the face. And the head knock means an automatic stoppage, of course. Alyssa Wynnum, the unfortunate player. I was going to say, I wonder if those changes were tactical or whether they were forced by injuries, because they did just break through on the half-time break. Alyssa Wynnum will get some treatments. We'll see it here, probably. A bit of friendly fire. You can see the look on the face. Foster forwards. Nash takes over. Bunge away. Murphy. It's a lovely clip ball over the top, and now Privatelli's got a bit of grass to work in here. Ayres comes to the near post. Vandermeer snuffs the attack out before it even really started, but it will be a corner. Here's Ava Bredis battling away. We saw her score a really nice goal in that inter-country Matildas game, Green v Gold. Crash one through the crowd, but she penalised on that occasion. That's the physical side of it. Silk and steel for Ava Bredis, one of a number of quality number 10s that can play in that role. Or a little deeper should she be required. Corner kick here though for the Victory. They scored off their last one. It's towards the far post again. And once more, the Phoenix couldn't get on the end of it. And this time it was Claudia Bunge, who I erroneously gave the goal to in the first half before the replay proved it was Ayres. She did get on the end of that one. Lovely delivery again. Bunge just too strong for Paige Satchel. BT Goad to take. Delightfully done that from Goad. There wasn't any space to work in, but she still managed to do so somehow. And Chidiac has bundled her way through a challenge. Unfortunately for the Phoenix, they're able to clear. Victory putting the pressure on at the start of the second stanza here. And the pattern very much like the first. Victory having most of the ball, Phoenix relying on breaks. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Ayres, she's in behind. Melina Ayres, side netting. Good opportunity for Ayres to double hers and her team's tally, and she's again a little cross with herself. Found the space in behind the Phoenix defence. Couldn't find the accuracy required for the finish. Might not be the last chance she gets this afternoon, though. Very much based on the fact the way the Victory started the second half. Struck it well enough. Needed to go across the keeper, though. For the Victory, was their first of the season. They only failed to score in 3 of 17 matches last year. So scoring goals hasn't been their problem. Their record of not scoring before today was the longest drought in their club history. They hadn't scored in their last 4 regular season games. Did score goals in the finals though. Important ones as well, of course. That's all behind them now. They've had 10 shots this afternoon. You can see it there, and Wellington only a couple. Ayres, here's a chance for Bredis. They're going to maybe create something. Ava Bredis swings it goalwards, and Edwards was calmly behind it. The young Phoenix stopper. Well, Ava Bredis has already shown a snapshot of what she brings to the party. Pace and power, and no little skill as well to swing it in. Meanwhile, looking for Markovski. The ball over the top might cause an issue here. Might fall for Markovski. In the end, the Phoenix able to scramble it clear. Morrison. Bunge. Nash. Just steps away. Murphy very firmly in, but it's broken for Gomez. And Clegg, well, she made the run, and pass didn't find her. And Casey Dumont is happy to calm things down here. Ready for the final 10 minutes of the contest. Bunge. Nash. Bunge again. Bridis couldn't bring it down. Uncharacteristically poor touch from Ava Bridis. It's a great throw again, and it's found Hassett, and it's a free kick in a really dangerous position. Promising this for Wellington Phoenix. Betsy Hassett brought down. And this is within range. Dumont, in fairness, hasn't had much to do this half. She might now. Michaela Foster is there. Betsy Hassett is as well. And it's going to be Michaela Foster because Hassett's walked away from it unless they've got something up their sleeves here. The Phoenix aiming to strike. Possibility, of course, you might lift it into the crowd scene on the far post, but this is prime position for Michaela Foster and the Wellington Phoenix. Hassett's there too. Could be the left of Hassett. More likely the right of Foster. We shall see. It's going to be Foster. Bent around that wall, but it didn't have the accuracy. And in the end, Casey Dumont's happy to just let it roll away from the far post. This was the foul. Keller Knight in the back of Hassett. Chidiak gets there ahead of Gomez and sends it down the wing. And Paige Zoyce into the area. It's going to come back to Zoyce again. Still there, Zoyce. Markowski lines one up. Saved by Edwards. Good chance that for victory. With two substitutes combined. Markowski's effort was good, but didn't quite have the power. Lovely approach work from Paige Zoyce. And Markowski, neither the power nor the elevation to beat Edwards, who in fairness was well placed. Chidiak, just a drop of the shoulder to get away, and acceleration. Chidiak with a strike. Oh, and it's off the base of the post. Almost a sealer for the victory. Superb stuff from Alex Chidiak. Edwards this time beaten, but saved by the woodwork. Lovely piece of skill from Alex Chidiak. And backed herself and almost got the reward. Maybe, just maybe, there's a sting in the tail. Launched anywhere by Morrison. Might stay in play here. Markowski will chase and hope to put Barry under pressure and win her team a corner if she can. She's done better than that. She's kept it in. And then fouls Mackenzie Barry. Little arm across the back, apparently. Vandermeer. Allowed to bring it a long way and then showed too much of it. She got it back though from Bridis. Murphy can run at the defence here. Happy to take it into the corner where Vosper will keep her company. Tick the time down, try and win the set piece, which she does very well, Alana Murphy. And you can hear the appreciation of the home fans. There's 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half, and Melina has scored in it. There's 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the second half. Will Lightning strike twice? Alex Chidiak to take. Zoyce and Markowski now take up the nuisance positions. Murphy's in there as well. Chidiak to deliver. Decent ball into the area, well won by Knott. Be a corner on the other side. It will eat up a few more seconds as well. Lana Murphy will take. Again, you can see plenty of players in that area, plenty of Phoenix defenders. Murphy to swing it in once more. Delivered to the danger area. Bredis with the header. Free header too for Ava Bredis. Couldn't direct it on target. And the Phoenix still have hope. Van der Meer. And we're hearing there's been drama at the Adelaide game. Adelaide United 1, Western United 1. Sydney Cummings has equalised for Western United against Adelaide. Will there be late drama here? The Victory looking composed and calm. Goad sends it forward. Markovsky's there. Barry comes across. It's been a real Trojan again in the Wellington back four today. Van der Meer, Vosper. The press from Chidiac, still got some energy from somewhere. Van der Meer. She's doing doggies up there, Alex Chidiac. Van der Meer to send it long. Foster beaten by Nash. Vosper will take the throw, and she's got Foster in behind here for the Phoenix. He's taken the deflection, and Dumont, well, she'll be happy about that. Bounces into her hands, and that might do it for the Victory with 30 seconds plus the referee's discretion to go. And Casey Dumont will no doubt send this as far as away from her goal as she can. Markovsky will challenge, won by Van der Meer. Battle again for the Phoenix. There is perhaps one final moment. Vosper finds Foster, Nash away. Markovsky takes it down brilliantly, and that'll do us, says Kate Jazovic. The full-time whistle, and Melbourne Victory record their first victory of the season. It's one that gets them off the 0-point mark. It's one that takes them off the bottom of the table, but boy, were they made to work hard for it by a resolute and determined Wellington Phoenix. They will go home with no points, but they will go home confident that their season will take an upward twist from here. The goal scored by Melina Ayres 5 minutes into first half stoppage time. The final score here at Epping Stadium, Melbourne Victory 1, Wellington Phoenix 0.